I've been on a vision quest here to upgrade the lighting on my Jeep Cherokee XJ to bring its performance to 21st century standards while keeping that retro charm we love them so much for in the first place. I finally had enough of pathetically dim halogens, so I started to put different LED companies through their paces, finding which ones performed the best and what I liked best for this XJ. So I'm excited to take a look at what AUXBEAM has to offer for that very purpose. They sent me some of their stock location bulbs to test out in the Cherokee and review. I'll start with some unboxing and hands-on with the units themselves, what else AUXBEAM has to offer and what I'm eyeing up myself, and I'll show you how these bulbs actually perform, with a time at the end on what I actually plan on leaving in, why or why not. And as always, yes, there will be a discount code that'll take some dollars off whatever you decide to pick up with my link. So once again, it's time to put my ocular health on the line, stare at some bright lights in the dark for the love of the game, and see what's good with AUXBEAM. Alright, live from the dojo here, and I know what you're thinking. He's wearing the hat. Hat came with the lights. There wasn't a script in there. Anyway, super excited to get into these lights. I see this company mentioned a lot in, groups and forums. I actually see them out in the wild. They're off-road auxiliary lights, light bars. I know that they are kind of a tier above my last two videos, at least from a pricing perspective, but definitely from a name equity one. This is actually my third video on this topic, just LED light conversions, reviewing these LED companies, seeing what they offer, how they look, how they go into the Cherokee, a little bit more detail on halogen versus LEDs and those, how this is just a stellar upgrade, or at least it can be. If you're just getting the lay of the land, seeing what's out there, definitely take a look at those. But in general, I think I'm going to be done with these. Let's pop these in, let's see how they do, and let's get this ball rolling. The visibility and efficiency upgrade from LEDs is significant. I don't really have to get into that, but in the brake and signal locations, the safety gain you get with shorter time to full illumination is an underrated plus. But lighting mods can walk a fine line between being tastefully effective and straight up sacrilegious.
It's like slapping God across the face for giving you a gorgeous gift.
So that's why I'm focusing on only factory locations here. But AUXBEAM's lighting catalog is a little deeper than the others I've had on. They've got a pretty impressive selection here. They seem most known in general for their auxiliary lights, a few of which I'm actually sizing up myself. One example I caught in a group post recently, that these mini light bars of theirs happen to fit perfectly in the facelift Cherokee's fog location. And these side shooters would honestly look pretty tough in a couple different variations. I just can't decide which layout is the move yet. Not too sure if that's too much amber going on. I haven't seen these in action yet, but Photoshop alone's kind of getting me there right now. But they offer bulbs for virtually any position, interior included, and I have some exterior bulbs with me today. These seem to be their premium range of 3157 bulbs. They call them the Pro Series, and price-wise, depending on the SKU, AUXBEAM seems to fall squarely into that mid-tier range, all things considered. You can check the current prices in the description links or whenever QR codes pop up in the video. We'll be taking a look at brake, reverse, and signal and running bulbs. I've got one of those here now. No fitment concern, they're only a few millimeters taller than what they're replacing, but first impressions wise, these feel noticeably more robust than some of the others I've handled. They do feel premium with the aluminum going on, and it makes the 50,000 hour work life claim a little more believable. You see the fan in there for a little more heat management with plenty of diodes, and it was nice to see that these are warranted too. The brake lights will behave like this dual filament dinosaur in my right hand, where some of the diodes will light up with your lights on, and then the rest will follow suit for active braking. But these are the reverse lights, and I'm always the most excited to see how these do. If you don't have LED reverse lights at a minimum, you're missing out on a massive payoff. I went years with halogen reverse lights, and having some power back there after having virtually none at all before is truly a gift every time. Now, AUXBEAM did send me some decoders in case these specific bulbs didn't play nice by themselves, but even these are impressively made. They're usually an afterthought, but they're aluminum, they're branded, and they seem more weatherproof than the crusty Chrysler plastic they'll be married to if I even need them at all. But only one way to find out. Let's get these puppies in, starting with the front runners and signals. Up front, the XJ's headlight bezel's got 2 screws and 2 more at the housing to access the sockets themselves, but wearing gloves is always a good choice when you're squeezing piping hot glass, but also the oils on your hands can actually damage LEDs over time, so definitely glove up for install. Half the bulb's illuminated per its running stage here, but the full 4000 lumens straight to the retina is fucking hurts, so I also recommend shades if you're going to raw dog these in a dimly lit garage if you don't want dark spots. But as we can see, the aux beams are a whole different ballgame than the part store incandescents. When the second bulb came in, I did run into voltage and compatibility issues with this specific bulb type on my vehicle in this location. The specific SKU must not have been ideal for the Cherokee's voltage requirements, even with the decoders installed, but AUXBEAM was super helpful in sending me out the correct bulbs. And with this style of resistor, all was resolved. And in case you find you need these, I was able to route the decoder and its wiring into these slots for the time being, but I actually ended up preferring this bulb's performance to the last ones, and I'll explain why at the end of the video. Half installed for comparison here, I'm more into these than I thought I'd be. They look great, and the bumper end cap clarifies the difference in output, not to mention how much faster they are in hitting full illumination versus the halogen side. I actually found one of my housings was noticeably bulged out from the heat of however many halogen bulbs it's had over the years, so another win for the cooler running LEDs. They're a lot easier on your housings long term. Color-wise though, the AUXBEAMs give us a deeper, more saturated orange and smooths out the texture of the housing lens a little bit, with the stock bulbs having a paler, more yellow hue, and you can still see that honeycomb texture if you're up close enough. But so far so good up front, let's head to the back and drop in the brakes, reverses, and signals. The rear housings are held on by 3 bolts and a tab and a rubber slot at the bottom. By the way, I'm obsessed with this power ratchet I just got. It makes stuff like this a breeze because the bolts are a lot longer than they need to be. Just work all 3 of them out and you'll be able to yank out the bottom tab. Be sure to drop one of the bolts into fucking oblivion, don't hear it hit the ground, and never find it again. Head over to your little XJ pack rat pile of hardware you've accumulated over the years of needing to leave the junkyard with something, and then find the exact bolt you need. And just like the front, we twist out the sockets, taking care we don't yank the old wiring too much. Quick look at how the stock halogens are behaving. We see the filaments taking their sweet time to heat up before hitting their full glow. Now polarity might matter, so if at first the bulb doesn't seem to work, just flip her around and try again. Quick run through of each bulb before we close them up, and man, it is a jump scare every time just how bright these are fully exposed. I would not raw dog these for too long when they're in the open. But let's close them up and see how the Pro Series bulbs perform when they're fully installed, starting with the brake lights. They pack much more of a punch, primarily in the active braking stage, but not to the point where they're necessarily blinding. They're more so large modern truck caliber now. They look great in the daylight, just a little extra oomph and a deeper red compared to stock. I can actually tell that my lights are on when the sun's out. They just add a little presence and depth that just wasn't there before. My third brake light is still stock and shows how the AUXBEAM LEDs snap on instantly, which has real safety implications because it tangibly reduces the reaction time a driver behind you might need in a sudden braking situation. But get a load of this nighttime illumination. They're adding meaningful short-range visibility and found that they help illuminate rear corner blind spots, which has absolutely helped in avoiding things like this dark bush that grows into my driveway and anything else I shouldn't back into. We're talking 180 degrees of visibility and texture recognition I didn't have before, and we haven't even gotten to the reverse lights yet. The Pro Series signal bulbs definitely add some drama, and even in broad daylight, they make their presence known. Even during the day, they're lighting stuff up no matter where the sun might be. Turns and merges aren't suggestions anymore, they are an announcement. And the darker it gets, the more they pop, but I do have some concerns with these that I'll share in my final thoughts on everything I've tested in this video at the end. But real quick, before we see the reverse lights in action, simple but impactful XJ upgrades are a hyperfixation of mine, so I built an entire storefront linking everything I use in, on, and around mine to help connect fellow owners to stuff I and the rest of the community have success with. Upgrades, detailing, vetted maintenance parts, and anything else I see forum support for. If you've got an XJ or keeping nice or making better, absolutely check this out. It helps fund the channel and I really appreciate it. Now I'll hear out any other arguments you might have against running LED bulbs in other factory locations, but these are an absolute no-brainer. You don't really appreciate reverse visibility until you've gone half your life without it, but this is auxiliary light level output you don't have to wire and mount. Truly a tangible quality of life upgrade here. Just look at the definition we get on this concrete fence. This is what we like to see. I used to actually think that white reverse lights in vehicles were just to indicate you were in reverse and not to illuminate your actual way backward. These do both exceptionally well, and these are all from around 15 feet away. To give you a better sense of color difference, here's a comparison shot with a proper camera with settings adjusted to remove glare and add more accurate power and color clarity comparing stock lighting versus AUXBEAMs. And in the daylight, these bulbs trade the halogen's warm white for true white that fills its panel and the housing from corner to corner. Definitely a more modern vibe here. But something dawned on me during this night test. I was cycling through all of today's bulbs, seeing how they performed against this fence, first with the tail lights on plus hazards, hazards alone, and then brake lights plus the hazards. And it's when those amber signal bulbs came to the party, I started to think about my neighbors, wondering what in the world was going on over here. And in came a realization that these amber bulbs might not be the best play here. Let me explain. Starting with those Pro Series signal bulbs, here are my thoughts on the whole set, what I plan to keep installed, and why. During the day here, they look great, no concerns. But at night, the sheer power output of this variant and the instantaneous yellow on-off signal was just a little too jarring and potentially bothersome to night drivers behind me for my personal taste. I just don't think I need this amount of power in this location, and they seemed like overkill for the job they have. These Pro Series bulbs might be more forgiving in another vehicle's housing, but came on a little too strong in the Cherokees, so these just weren't right for me. The B52 series is a different story. The voltage issues I had with the Pro Series up front was actually a happy accident. I never would have gotten my hands on these, which are in my personal taste powered appropriately and perfectly executed. Plus they didn't even require resistors in the rear location. The color's warmer, they don't wash out the lenses as much, and the power was an upgrade over stock without being overkill for its actual purpose, so I moved the B52s to the back. Just a matter of opinion here, they do look more period correct than the Pro Series since they don't wash out the texture of the housings as much as the Pros did, or at least not in person, just in case that's important to you too. So for signals and running lights, this is the SKU to get and my favorite amber I've reviewed so far. For the Pro Series brake bulbs, they don't blink repetitiously, so they're less prone to burdening other drivers at night, and at the same time, red as a color is just much less visually fatiguing in general, so that's not a concern I have. And alerting that driver behind me that I'm stopping as quickly and overtly as possible is paramount. The blind spot visibility gain is great too, but with these, it's up to you whether you want these Pros or to opt for the B52 series. I just didn't get my hands on those. As for the reverse lights, in the daylight they sharpen up the lines of my rear housing and add some contrast, which along with their power makes it clear to pedestrians and other vehicles that I'm reversing. Because when I'm on my way out of a spot in a crowded parking lot, day or night, I want everyone to know. And I simply cannot stress enough how nice it is to have reverse lights that actually do their job and do it as well as these do, lighting my way backward in the dark, especially if you've been settling for old halogens like I have been for so long. They beam out that crisp white light and make sure I see what's back there. So how about that discount code? This code, used with the QR on screen or links in the description, will take 15% off whatever's in your cart on the AUXBEAM website. My Best of XJ Amazon storefront links down there too for any guidance or inspo for other simple upgrades like this one. Anyway, appreciate you guys making it this far and hope this helped you decide how to go by upgrading your Cherokee stock lighting. Just be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more no-brainer XJ upgrades, maintenance how-tos, making this XJ better in every way, and helping you do the same. Take care everybody, I'll catch you in the next one.